There is truly nothing more American in the summertime than a good old-fashioned fish fry. And nowhere flies that flag harder than Mississippi. So yes, we are again taking a trip into the American South to make a mad chef twist on a classic Mississippi-style fried catfish. And you guys have been asking for me to bring seafood to the channel for a very long time. And due to a very special event happening today, this is probably the only time you'll see it featured on this channel. More on that later. And also, if you're new here or just stopping by, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We do these kinds of American regional foods all the time. So if there's a place or a food you want to see, just comment them below. This is honestly a very straightforward recipe. So let's go ahead and get started.
And it all starts with our fish. And this is just a 2-pound package of catfish fillets that I've patted dry, and we're going to send them straight into a flavorful marinade, which isn't quite traditional, but is absolutely worth it. And we're starting with 3 cups of buttermilk and a secret seafood seasoning that consists of 2 teaspoons of kosher salt, a teaspoon of freshly cracked black pepper, a teaspoon and a half of smoked paprika, a teaspoon of dill, a teaspoon and a half of onion powder, a teaspoon of garlic powder, and a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And we're going to get that nice and combined, and then we're going to start adding in 1 whole lemon sliced into some cheeks, just like this. I saw this technique on Beat Bobby Flay, so I had to try it with this recipe. So from here, we're going to start adding in all of our beautiful catfish fillets, pressing them down and making sure they are fully submerged in this beautiful buttermilk brine. And then from here, we're going to put a lid on this bad boy and put it in the fridge to marinate. Until I realized I forgot one crucial ingredient. We need some hot sauce for this. I'm using a mild Tabasco red chili sauce because the people I'm cooking for have sensitivities to heat, and this is just going to add some really good flavor to the whole mix. So we're going to drop in 1 tablespoon of that Tabasco into our marinated fish, get it nice and combined, put a lid back on it, and set it in the fridge for 2 to 4 hours, making sure we don't exceed that so we don't ruin our fish. And after 2 hours, it's time to transform these guys into some proper Mississippi-style catfish, which begins with 2 cups of yellow cornmeal, followed up by 1 cup of all-purpose flour. And this is one of the most unique things about a Mississippi-style catfish. That breading is either almost always yellow cornmeal or mostly yellow cornmeal. And after we get everything nice and combined, we start adding in our fish seasoning, which is basically just the same set of spices we used in our marinade earlier, minus the dill. As always, recipe is in the description. So we're going to go ahead and start seasoning up our flour and cornbread mixture until everything is perfectly combined. And now we bring out our fish, making sure we shake off as much of that buttermilk brine as possible before face planting them into that seasoned breading mixture. And then we bury it, making sure we press down with our hands on both sides to ensure a good thick coating. We want no bald spots. And then from here, we're going to take our fully breaded fishy and put it onto a dry baking sheet and repeat the process with our remaining catfish. And just as a tip, do this entire step before you even crank up your oil. This gives your fish time for the breading to set and become extra crunchy. And once everything is breaded, let's go ahead and start frying these bad boys up, dropping 2 in each basket. And of course, our oil is set to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And once we're done loading up our fire, we're going to drop these bad boys down for about 4 minutes, or until your fish reach an internal temp of 145 degrees Fahrenheit, which happened pretty much after 4 minutes in the fryer. But take a look at that breading. It doesn't look exceptionally crunchy. It looks like it's a bit soft. So to crisp up that exterior, we're going to drop it down for another minute. And after that, would you take a look at these bad boys? They look absolutely golden and crispy. So all we're going to do from here is transfer these finished fish onto a baking sheet lined with a cooling rack and repeat the process with our remaining fishy, batch cooking them at 350 degrees for about 5 minutes. And at the end of all of this, would you take a look at how beautiful this catfish turned out? If someone hadn't have told me, I would have thought these were chicken tenders. And because I can't help myself, I'm going to add on some optional parsley to liven things up. And guys, honestly, I am super beside myself. I couldn't be more proud of how these turned out. These look and smell so good, it makes me want to eat it. And you guys know I hate fish. So let me show you what's about to happen next.
So all of you are probably wondering right now how we're going to be doing this taste test, because if you've been watching for a while, you all know that everyone in this house has some sort of sensitivity to seafood, whether if it's a newly developed allergy or if you're like me and you're just sensitive to the taste because you just don't like it. Well, today is Father's Day. Even though you guys are seeing this probably towards the end of July, as it stands right now in the real world, it is Father's Day. And there is someone that I do know and love that also loves some fried catfish, and that is my father-in-law. Now, what I will say about this fish is, normally I have never been made hungry by the smell of seafood. It usually just makes me sick. But this one actually makes me want to eat. And honestly, this smells so ridiculously good. I'm going to try to see if I can pick off a piece of that breading, because I know I'm not going to eat the fish. Ooh. This breading smells insane. That is insane. That's actually really good. It's actually a bit dense and a little crispy. It's actually kind of crisp. It has good crunch to it, with good chew to it. It was phenomenal until the fishy flavor came in at the end, which that's just me. So, one thing I know about this man is he will not hold back. If he doesn't like it, he will let me know. Out of all of the anxiety-inducing moments I've had on camera, which are many, this one counts for a lot. Because his judgment is also very important to me, and I know he won't lie to me if this is trash. So, what's going to happen is I'm going to clean up, change, and obviously have places to be very, very soon, because we're delivering this to him today. If he eats it, on the spot whenever we get there, then I'll let you know how he likes it whenever we come back. Again, the anxiety is high, the expectations are high, and hopefully we deliver on this. Now, if he eats it later on, then he'll more than likely text my wife later on tonight. And usually anytime I bring food over to him, he lets her know how he likes it. And then she'll forward me that text. And I'll put it on screen so that way I'm not making this up. So, all we're going to do from here is pack up, clean up, and anxiously await our judgment. So I will see you later on tonight. Alright, so we just got home not that long ago, and I've already received the message with the verdict. Without further ado, let's dive right in, because I can't wait to see this. Alright, and I'm going to be adding this in post. I'm about to read you what he sent. He said, "Thank you. The catfish is great. He loved it, and honestly, he wants to have more of this, and that's a great relief for me, because I'll be honest with you, before today, I had never cooked fish before, ever. But I did know the basics of how to treat and respect the proteins, and I put this thing together as authentically as I could with a little Mad Chef twist. And honestly, this is the first time I've ever had someone eat fish that I've cooked and actually enjoyed it. So, who knows, guys? Maybe the Mississippi way is the way to do catfish. And also, if you like stuff like this, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.